This TikTok is for Egyptian football fans, specifically Al Ahly fans. I have one thing to say to you. Well done. Incredible. Give yourselves a pat on the back, take a bow. Your match at MetLife last night is what football should be. A sea of red, almost 40,000 people, where 90% were Al Ahly fans. 8 goals during the match, a 4-4 draw. Some of the most competitive football I've ever seen in the United States. Or honestly, ever. I've seen some massive clubs play. I've seen Juventus, I've seen Inter, I've seen Milan, I've seen City, I've seen Dortmund. Nothing in my experience has compared to what I saw at MetLife Stadium last night. The stadium was shaking the entire time. The Ahly chants were consistent throughout the entire match with a few scattered Porto ones. I would argue that 36,000 out of the just under 40,000 people there, probably more, were Ahly fans. You can't really see it because of the photo, but at one point the cell phone camera flashlights went on and we're just waving through the stadium. We even got a flare, which is, of course, footballing heritage. I was unfamiliar with your game. Now, last week when you played Palmeiras, I was shocked at the turnout. I really was. Now, New York and New Jersey have statistically the highest amount of Egyptian American heritage in the United States. Just about 84,000 people. And of course, we have to factor in people who traveled to this match. But from start to finish, incredible. On the cab ride over, I told my friends, I think Porto's got this one. I had seen Ahly play against Palmeiras. I didn't know how they had done against Inter Miami. I had no idea the likes of how this game would go. Kids, babies, families, hundreds, thousands of people, not hundred thousands, but thousands of people in a sea of red. And what I think about this is, imagine if you're not an Ahly fan or a Porto fan and you are just excited about the Club World Cup and you think, okay, let me go to MetLife, it's near me, and let me go watch one of my first, if not my first, international matches. You got an experience of a lifetime. And again, I have seen Serie A clubs, Bundesliga clubs, Premier League clubs, Conference League matches. Nothing like this. So the next time you hear the fans don't exist, that in America the football fans are not there, they are. You just have to dig a little bit deeper into who their clubs are and what they're passionate about. I mean, we saw a hat trick last night. We saw a hat trick end in a draw. And I know that now Porto and Ahly are out of the Club World Cup, but absolutely nothing to be ashamed of. That was 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. I would make the argument that it was the best match of the Club World Cup yet. And I give props to the Porto fans too, because they were outnumbered probably 40-1. And there were times where their chants were a little bit louder, a few scattered times, but they showed up and in blue and white had to combat a sea of red. And that's not easy because, it's the Club World Cup in the United States, so the home and away are kind of blurred lines. But the Red Devils, the Red Giants, the Pride of Cairo, take an absolute bow. You killed this one. Here's the pen. I'm primarily a one-club fan, but I have my favorites across different leagues, and obviously nations as well. But among Juve, Newcastle, the New York Red Bulls, just to name a few, Al Ahly is on that list now. There are no words for what I saw last night. Thank you for bringing that to the U.S. Thank you for bringing that to MetLife. I hope to see you in the next Club World Cup.